That specific moment right before the alarm goes off on a Monday morning.
Oh yeah, the absolute worst.
Right. Your eyes are still closed, but your brain is like already simmering with this vague resentment for every single person who might ask you a question that day.
Yeah, that preemptive strike of morning irritation. I mean, it's a nearly universal human
Hate
experience.
to know you.
But society requires us to keep that internal monologue locked firmly inside our heads if we actually want to keep our jobs.
Well, most of us keep it locked up anyway. But today's deep dive is about what happens when someone takes that unfiltered, chaotic dread and just turns it into an anthem.
An incredibly hostile anthem at that.
Exactly. We are looking at a track by Judy Raindrop called Everyone is a CUNT Except Me, which comes to us from the Laughter Tracks YouTube channel. So our mission here is to figure out the mechanics of a song built structurally and emotionally around just hating absolutely everyone.
Right. And to grasp the scale of the hostility here, you really have to look at the baseline state of the narrator. She isn't starting from a place of, like, unprovoked malice.
No, not at all.
She's starting from raw, profound burnout. She wakes up for work with a hangover from hell and explicitly states she feels as good as dead.
And she admits to drinking just to block out the pain.
Yeah, exactly. It's bleak.
The line that really sticks out to me is when she just asks, why can't I just die in my sleep? Like, she treats a brutal hangover and standard workplace dread as this full-blown existential crisis.
Totally. It's not just a headache to her. It's a symptom of total systemic failure.
Right.
And that extreme physical and mental exhaustion, that's the engine for the comedy here. The misanthropy is basically a massive psychological defense mechanism.
Like pushing everyone away so she doesn't have to deal with it.
Exactly.
Right.
Rather than sitting with a paralyzing realization that the daily grind is crushing her, she externalizes all of that pain. It is so much easier to project hatred outward and construct a world full of terrible people.
Wow, yeah, much easier than confronting the fact that you're trapped in a cycle of waking up in pain.
Yeah, and wanting to disappear.
Right, and once that defensive shield is up, the blast radius expands incredibly fast.
Oh, nobody is safe.
Literally nobody. She starts with general annoyances, like people talking trash or physically getting in her way, but she doesn't stop there.
She really doesn't.
She declares with actual glee that she hates her own band, the very people standing on stage with her. And then she pivots to targeting people who flaunt their education, saying she doesn't give a damn where they got their degree.
Which is such a specific jump.
It is. So do you think that specific line is a deliberate rejection of societal status symbols? Like taking aim at class hierarchy?
Well, I actually read that completely differently. I don't think she's making a calculated critique of class structure at all.
Really? Dismissing a degree seems pretty pointed.
It would be if the rest of her logic held up, but it doesn't.
Fair point.
The humor relies heavily on cognitive dissonance and completely losing the plot. She goes from rolling her eyes at someone's degree to casually mentioning she might go on a killing spree.
A completely normal escalation.
Right. Yet in the very next breath, she vehemently insists she isn't mentally ill. She proudly declares she is quite sane and will die on that hill.
So I will go on a killing spree, but I am perfectly sane, thank you very much.
Exactly. The joke is the absurdity. By pairing mundane annoyances with a literal killing spree, the song uses extreme exaggeration as a pressure valve.
That broken scale is what makes it so cathartic.
Yeah, she's saying the absolute worst, quietest morning thoughts out loud at maximum volume.
Oh.
And she commits to it so fully that she doesn't even spare you.
Oh man, that is the most brutal part. If you are sitting there listening to this deep dive right now, you are not safe from her.
No one is.
She completely breaks the fourth wall, looking right at the listener to say, you may think I'm not talking to you, but you're wrong because you're a cunt too.
It's hilarious.
Just by showing up to listen to her vent, you are instantly implicated in her rage.
And breaking the fourth wall like that is a brilliant structural choice. It forces the audience out of the role of passive observer.
Right, you're directly in the narrative now.
Exactly. By insulting the listener, she completely cements her total self-isolation. She has drawn a circle, and she is the only one standing inside it.
So she essentially takes the most miserable, isolating parts of life, like workplace burnout and those hangovers from hell, and transforms them.
Yeah, into a darkly comedic, universal rejection of humanity.
It's a catharsis built on total alienation.
Which is such a unique way to approach a song.
It really is. And it leaves us with a strange paradox to chew on. If music is fundamentally meant to bring people together, what does it say about us when a song manages to unite its audience entirely by declaring that we are all equally terrible?